We start with the Battle of Los Angeles, historically a one-sided rivalry in favor of the Los Angeles Guerrillas. I don't know if that will continue because this is the Los Angeles Guerrillas mate, and LAT seems like they might have the most talented roster that they've ever had, and that's saying a lot considering they already won a world championship before.
Yeah.
But LAT versus LAG in the opening match of Friday. Who do you have, and maybe why do you? I assume where you're going, but what do you think? Or let me phrase it this way: how or what do you need to see out of LAG, and what do you need to see out of LAT, or what do you expect to see?
I gotta pick LAT here, just regardless of the past Battle of LA success that LAG has seen. Maybe new era with the super team and gentlemates. That causes a little bit of a switch up here in the quote unquote rivalry. But in all seriousness, like I just said a couple minutes ago, like if LA Thieves closed out a dominant 3-0 sweep over Atlanta FaZe to close out last week's matches, like I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this team is just absolutely frying right now, looking leagues above everybody else. And again, small sample size, so we don't want to rush into any statements like that, like saying it's the best team in LA Thieves history and they had a team that won a world championship. But hey, I mean, that's the sort of thing we talked about when we talked about storylines and expectations for this team, right? Like that's the bar that's being set with this team. We know the talent they have. We've heard all the stuff about like Nadeshot saying he's taking a pay cut to make this happen, and like the fans and the organization, they are expecting championships and multiple plural. So yeah, this is a match you expect like these to continue to come out and look strong in. Um, LAG, I know for me last week, just off the top of my head, I know I said like there were some moments where I was glad to see Lynn's playing well, and because that was like the storyline for Gentlemates is like this NYSL roster from 2023 minus Hydra plus Lynn's. Can Lynn's fill those shoes? And we're like, no, those are very lofty expectations. But I mean, again, small sample size, but Lynn's definitely was like he was performing in those matches. And if he can keep on improving and building off of these early performances and turn into like a true, just consistent SMG slayer, like that should be a very good sign for this Gentlemate squad. Um, it is, a bit of a rivalry game, not only from the Battle of LA, but like Hydra's former teammates for the past couple of years. Getting a shot to try and upset and, I don't think taint is necessarily the right word, but kind of just like, put a damper on the whole super team talk. This is their chance to do that. Maybe if 99 Kiz comes out just absolutely frying like the bulldog he is, then they might have a shot to pull off an upset. But I definitely think this is one that LAT should comfortably win.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's been great talent disparities in the past with these two teams, and it didn't really seem to matter much. I just tend to think that the talent disparity here, and that's not even a slight at LAG, because I think this is one of the best LAG or whatever, this franchise. I think this is one of the better rosters that they've had in their history. It's just that LAT is an incredible collection of talent, and granted, we've only seen 2 matches from them in an official basis. So maybe I should temper my expectations. But what I saw from them in week 1 was extremely promising, that they will be one of, if not the top team in the CDL this season. There's a reason I picked them to win the world championship this season. So I do expect a lot out of them, and I do expect them to win. But I am very interested in Guerrillas, mate, and I believe that this team is better than what they showed in week 1, certainly. They definitely need to cut down on some of the mistakes that they made, and probably cost them at least one of those matches in week 1. And the intrigue of seeing Hydra play the NYSL guys, and vice versa, just seeing how things go with that. If there's any ill will, maybe a little bodies being shot, who knows? But it would be fun to see another rivalry kind of be born inside of this already pre-existing rivalry.